What's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We got some boxes in the mail today, and what's in here is upgrades and some parts for our 60. So we're gonna be unboxing this and going through and putting them on our 60. So first off, we have a brand new tack for this. So we went through, did some service work to it. The tack that was on there was off like a 4010, so we're gonna put an original one on it. Picked this one up off of eBay. There's what that one looks like. Now this wasn't a super expensive one. This is about $40. So we'll see if this one lasts, see if it's any good. Then there's the new cable for that. So then in here we have a couple new spark plug covers. And these, they changed them a little bit from the early to the lates. The later ones have this little grommet in here for the wire to go through. And the earlier ones are just cut out around the outside. So this will definitely make it look a little nicer. These are about 87 bucks for the pair. Then over here, we got another, this is going to be a clutch cover. And then last but not least, we've got a seat. Now this is a USA made seat. It's about 156 bucks. There was a couple options here that were, about 90 or so, but they looked a little different and the stitching wasn't quite as good. So I went ahead and went with the USA seat. So we'll put her on and see what she looks like.
So I'm going to start things off and pull this old tack off. And as you can see on it, it shows it has 8 forward gears. So it's definitely not for a 60. I'm thinking it's like a 4010 one or something like that. Let me know if you recognize this tack. So with our new tack mounted on, we decided to spin our cable a few times just to make sure everything was good to go. One cool fact is, these were the first tachometer and hour meters that John Deere put on tractors from the factory.
One important note to remember is when you're hooking your tack up to the governor side, there is a little notch that this slides into to make sure you get that lined up so that it'll slide all the way in there. And you can see why that collar slides up against there, and that way it's fully seated, and you can go ahead and put your nut on and secure your cable.
Alright, so for putting your spark plug covers on, fairly simple, but you're going to want to pop your grommet out of the inside of here. So if you try and push it on with it in there, you're going to separate that grommet.
So all the things we're pretty much doing today are all cosmetic, just to help make this tractor look a little bit better.
So one thing I really don't like about these spark plug covers is the way they sit on there. They leave this big gap on the top, and they aren't quite pressed and cut right to like an OEM spec one. But I guess if I did a little cutting and stuff, I could get it. But these were about 46 bucks a piece. I'll show you one now that an original one on another 60, how much better it fits. As you can see, this one fits right up snug against the block there. Looks a whole lot nicer too. So here's our seat we got on it, and this isn't the worst seat I've ever seen, but someone's kind of recovered that by themselves. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better already. Alright, so for this clutch cover, they got a couple clips in there that hold that cover on. And they're pretty expensive. They're about 15 bucks a piece. But them go loose and these covers like to fall off. So we're going to go ahead and put this new cover on, and hopefully it stays on. Feels like we got decent tension on our clips, so we're going to try it out. Nice. Just like that. Looks a little better. It also keeps that moisture and such out of there.
We still got a fair amount of work to do to this old 60, but slowly but surely, we're going to get her fixed up and tuned up right. And that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and let me know what we should upgrade next on this 60. Anyways, we'll catch you in the next video.